is a massive world record.
The Premier League is starting this weekend, and one good thing is that we're going to be tracking all the Super Eagles players that are playing there. But sadly, we have 3 players that are no longer in the Premier League. Talking about Wilfred Ndidi, got relegated with Leicester City, is now with Besiktas. We have Joe Aribo with Southampton, as well as Paul Onuachu. They are both no more in the Premier League, right? But the players we still have in the Premier League, do you think they will do better this season than they did last season, or will they be able to maintain the same form, or will they drop? The prayer for us at Both Sports is for them to do better. At the moment, we currently have 5 players, barring any other Nigerian player coming to the Premier League. But for the start of the season, we have 5 players. 2 of them play for Fulham. That's Alex Iwobi for Fulham, as well as Bassey. And remember, last season, they had fantastic performances. Alex Iwobi played all Premier League games for Fulham last season. He scored 9 goals, 6 assists. That was a crazy season for him. So, is he going to do better this season? That's the question. And of course, the only reason why Bassey didn't play the entire games of Fulham last season was because he had a red card. So he played a lot of games, and if you remember correctly, he was voted the player of the season for Fulham. So 2 players that did brilliantly well for Fulham last season, would they be able to do better this season? Like I said, our prayer is for them to do better. Then we now go to Nottingham Forest, where we have 2 Nigerian players, talking about Ola Aina as well as Taiwo Awoniyi. It was not a good season for Taiwo Awoniyi last time. He only scored 1 goal in 26 games, very, very poor. But for Ola Aina, oh my God, he was one of the sweetest players to watch in the Premier League last season. And you know why? He was sought after by 2 of the biggest teams in the Premier League. Number 1, Liverpool, then Manchester City wanted him to replace Kyle Walker when he was leaving. But man decided to stay back at Nottingham Forest. This season, is he going to be able to replicate what he did for Nottingham Forest last season and probably take them to the Champions League? Last but not the least, we have Frank Onyeka at Brentford. Remember, last season he was at Augsburg on loan from Brentford, but now he's back and hopefully he would be able to play. Of course, when it comes to the Premier League, we've had a number of Nigerian players that have done well, represented the Super Eagles in flying colours. Let's go to Chelsea, where we had Mikel Obi, almost 10 seasons with Chelsea, and we had Nwankwo Kanu with Arsenal, the Yak, don't forget that, Everton, Portsmouth, and we also had players like JJ Okocha, who lit up the Premier League with Bolton Wanderers. And you know, this season we thought we were going to have more players in the Premier League from the Super Eagles. Remember, Ademola Lookman was sought after by Arsenal and Liverpool. Also remember that Chukwueze is on the brink of probably still joining Fulham. Hopefully he joins so that, you know, we have more reasons to watch Fulham. Not forgetting Victor Osimhen. For the longest period, he was on the radar of Chelsea, Manchester United, Arsenal, and many more. But unfortunately, he was unable to come. He decided to stay back in Turkey. We can't wait to see them week in, week out, doing well in the Premier League. And the prayer we have for them is to stay injury-free all through this season. Best of luck, guys.